Hello, everybody. Black Woman with Ambition, Day 3. Just coming to talk to you a little bit more about what's been on my mind. But first, I want to say this is the day that the God of my understanding has made, and I shall rejoice and be glad in it. And I must say, I give all glory to Him and all honor. So, the last time I talked a little bit about, and you see I laugh every time I think about it, thugs and thug life. And who actually is teaching their infants hate? And are they teaching them hate for people that are different from them? People of a different color, skin tone. So there you have it. I just wanted to kind of clarify a little bit about that because that's kind of deep. But moving forward, because I also talked about last time talking about, I wanted to share some things about my experience at the conference and how bittersweet that was. And that's kind of all tied into where I'm at today. So on my drive in to work today, as so many days, in the last few weeks, I've been really looking into this thing called environment. So for those of us that's in the peer support world and who know about the 8 dimensions of wellness, there's a dimension in wellness that's called environment. And in some of the things that I teach individuals that I work with or share with, my understanding of the 8 dimensions of wellness is having all 8 of these dimensions. They're all connected. They're all connected to making us whole beings. And when one dimension gets out of balance, your whole system gets out of balance. So this is the example that I use when I'm talking to folks. When your finances are not right and your money is tight, and you have something going on, your mood switches. You may become irritable. You may become anxious. All types of things. And when you become anxious, you may have headaches, you may have upset stomachs. It's all related. One thing leads to the other. So you have these 8 dimensions of wellness. And I think I'm going to go, as I move forward, and talking about a black woman with ambition, talk about each one of the dimensions and how I perceive them and how my life is being affected by them. So the biggest one that I've been really just kind of in tune to is environment. Environment is a place that you are, whether it is the outside, inside, your home, your neighborhood, your job. It is the atmosphere that you're in. Like I said, it could be a physical place. It could be a nature place. Environments is like culture. Multidimensional, multifaceted. So, to me, environment should be safe. The environment that I place my being in, it's important for me to be safe. Because when your environment is safe, your being, your wholeness, who you are, feels good. There's less anxiety. There's no fear. And fear and anxiety causes all types of physical and mental challenges in people. It's been researched. It's all connected. So moving into environments or being in places where you feel unsafe, where you feel marginalized, when you feel bullied, when you feel threatened, where you feel unwelcomed, when you feel that you're not being heard, or you don't even have the ability to speak because there's a bully in the room, or a bully in the building, or a bully in the neighborhood that's going to attack you. So your body is in this state of fight, flight, or freeze. So you're constantly on guard. That's trauma response. So if you're in an environment that's not safe and you're not at peace, and you're working out of trauma responses, what is that doing to your physical health? What is that doing to your mental health? How unbalanced is your well-being? People have had challenges throughout life, and they've been in environments and they've been in situations that has caused them to develop this thing called PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, which is your body has been in this state of fight, flight, or freeze for so long because of the environments and situations that you're hyper vigilant on every turn. And when you go into unsafe environments, your body has a meter, and it automatically will kick in that PTSD, that fight, flight, or freeze mode. And to live in a state like that on a daily basis is killing you. It's a toxic environment. So as we go forth in our environments, what kind of environment are you in? What kind of environment are you establishing? What kind of culture are you breeding? Is it trauma informed? Because a trauma informed environment is a safe environment. It has compassion. It has empathy. It listens. It hears. It takes other people's feelings, thoughts, and words into consideration. It doesn't judge. It doesn't condemn. It's that unconditional place of safety. So, as I have been in this area for the last 5 years, I have struggled with a lot of challenges. And being in this area, I realized it's my environment. My environment is not healthy for me. I spent 8.5 years in prison. And the environment was not as toxic as the environments that I have experienced here in this Pacific Northwest. I stay in a mode of fight, flight, and freeze. I feel unsafe all the time. Being a black woman, being unheard, being marginalized, being bullied, being bullied in the environment that is supposed to be for your well-being, non-toxic. That's I'm in an environment where I'm teaching about these 8 dimensions, but no one's hearing it. that's above me, that lives in my neighborhood, that shops in my grocery store, or the car salesman that I bought my car from. And then it's really scary. It's really scary because, yeah, I survived 8.5 years in prison, and the environment was not as toxic as this. There was not that marginalizing or disrespect or just blatant ignore you. How do you thrive in an unsafe environment? Who nurtures you in an unsafe environment? What feelings, perspectives, and experiences are being nurtured in an unsafe environment? Are you breeding trust? I don't think so. Are you breeding respect? I don't think so. And what most threatens people in this environment is, I am not a passive black woman. I am a black woman with ambition. And I'm thriving. So everything that you throw at me, I'm thriving. But it made me realize that I can't fight this battle by myself. It made me realize that I needed to learn about asking for help, because I need help in this battle. And I have flight. I have fought as long as I could fight. I have froze. And now I'm ready to flee. Their loss, my gain. I haven't forgot about talking about the conference. And that was a different environment. And I don't want to go on and on and on with this video too much longer. But there was a lot of talk in there about empowering people and giving people choices and language, how we talk to one another, how we should take away a lot of the labels that we use on each other. And I thought that was empowering, that was strength-based, it was respectable. Yet and still I walked around people who wouldn't speak it to me. I walked around and sat in rooms and spaces in my environment where people just kind of stared at me. And when I looked at them, they look away. Or when I tried to speak to them, they wouldn't acknowledge me. But you're staring at me. What the hell you staring at? If you don't want to get to know me and you don't like me, then go somewhere else. But why stare at me? You don't intimidate me. It's obvious I'm intimidating you, and I'm making you uncomfortable. Does it hurt to say hello? Why do you have to look away or ignore me like I didn't say anything? But you just spent 10 minutes staring at me. Give me a break. Toxic environments, they wreak havoc on your well-being. If you're in a toxic environment, if you can change it, change it. If you can't, get the heck out. Have a wonderful day. And continue to be a black woman with an ambition.